What will you experience at a Knock'em Dead comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And of course, some music. Knock'em Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knock'em Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
I had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knock'em Dead Comedy for your event today.
The Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something, or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and...
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
All right, we're fighting already. She says nobody watches.
Not on Mondays.
There's 5 people watching right now.
Throwaway guest.
There's 5 people watching right now.
Can you get on the show Monday?
You are not a throwaway. Well, first off, 2 things. You're not throwaway, and you're not a guest.
Oh, I'm part of the family. Hey. No, I'm only kidding.
See that? You see that? I'm complimenting you, and you're making fun of me.
We're like Mormons in here.
What?
I'm a sister wife. No, like big extended families. Everybody that walks in here is part of the family. There's been
it's true.
Hundreds of thousands of people passing these
doors. I am going to disagree.
Tens of hundreds.
Not everyone that comes in here do I say you're now part of the family. Not everyone.
Oh, good.
Most of them.
All right.
But you especially, because you come in here regularly on Mondays.
Thanks, bro.
And and I'm appreciative, and I like when you're here.
I like being here. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you, Jules. How's Before I forget, hi everybody. Happy Monday. It's Holy Monday?
Oh, well, this is the beginning of Holy Week. So yesterday was Palm Sunday.
It was.
And so today is like I don't know if it's a national day of confession, but in Long Beach, if you want to go to confession, today's the day to do it.
In Long Beach?
Yeah.
Not a particular religion. You're saying just Long Beach?
Well, we have a tri-parish. So in Long Beach, we have St. Ignatius, St. Mary's, and Our Lady of Miraculous Medal in Point Lookout. So it's Point Lookout, and then
right. But those are 3 Catholic churches, right? Right. So at our church in Long Beach.
Yeah, all 3 churches in Long Beach.
Well, you said in Long Beach. You made it sound like it's a Long Beach, like Long Beach is the town of Long Beach is doing.
Does the Catholic Church most churches do confession during Holy Week.
Anyway, they do it anyway.
Yeah, usually on Saturdays.
Saturdays only?
Well, there's a church in Merrick, I think, that does confession every day after like a 9 o'clock mass. I think it's
I thought that's what all Catholic churches did. No,
Barnabas. I don't know.
No, hi everybody.
Saturdays only at my church.
The Knock'em Dead Comedy Show. We're here. Thank you for joining us here on Gov's Comedy Club Twitch channel. We appreciate it. Hope you had a great weekend. Please, as you see the graphic above my head, please share the link to this show. And tell all your friends and family and enemies about all the great shows here. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, Twitch channel, and the YouTube channel. Like tonight, the YouTube channel will have Steve Squared and Flipjack Radio. And like you saw us on Saturday in the green room, we had a good time, which I'll get to.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Florentine.
Jim Florentine came in, which I will be posting later, just the Florentine section of the show. I didn't know when he was coming in. He had confirmed.
I had had some contact with him during the week. He said he'd come in. I said, all right, great. But I didn't know when. So we came in here. We started at 7:30. He didn't, and so we, again, because I didn't know if he was coming before a set or after a set. He came in after a set. So we were in here, live on the air, for 2.5 hours, and then he came in.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's a long freaking time. So
Wow.
I'm going to isolate just the Florentine part, and I'll post that on YouTube later on today.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. He brought with him Karen Margolis, who is a great comedian in her own right, and she was a lot of fun in here as well. And Brian Phelan, who works here sometimes at the club. He works in Nassau Coliseum. He works for the Yankees. He's a big audiovisual guy, and he's a lot of fun. And they're doing stuff now in the club. But they'll record your set, and then I think it's like $25 you can buy it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's what the Bringer Show does. Evan Weiss does that.
Yes.
And I'm going to be doing that at the library, by the way.
Ooh, good idea.
The first something didn't fucking tape. I'm so upset about
What,
it.
the open mic?
We lost our whole first show.
Oh, the show that what? But you had what's his name? You had
Tom had the camera off to the side. I don't know what else was on the.
Son
I
of
really
a-
don't know this camera, so I'm gonna learn the camera, and I'm getting fresh card or whatever.
We're gonna smack Tom.
And from moving forward, every show will be taped, and it breaks my heart.
The
that I
historic
lost.
first show.
I know.
And it was a great show. Laura
I
Patton
know.
had a great set. Teddy Smith, Andy Pajanos had me cracking up the whole time.
Yeah,
I was really
I
looking
know.
forward to seeing that.
So I'm sorry about that, but you know what? 2024, we'll do a reboot. We'll do the same players.
Oh,
See
yeah?
if we can get Teddy back. Maybe he will.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? He loved it. He loved
Yeah,
it.
he said he did.
He didn't know it was a library show because he just sits back and just gets in the car and just goes wherever Laura takes him. And
word.
I don't know. I'm just being stupid.
I don't think so.
But no, but he really didn't know it was a library show. At
I know,
least
well,
that's what he
some
said
people-
that night.
I asked Colin Quinn to come. I said, I'm doing a show at the library in Long Beach. By the way, Beach House is booking comics for the summer again.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, Colin Quinn already got booked for it. I don't know who else.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, but that's on Monday nights. That's on
Right.
Monday nights.
Right.
But I told Colin Quinn, I gave him a contract, and I go, we can pay you, and he kind of gave it back to my girlfriend, who gave it back to me. She's like, he thought the library, number one, was a club,
Name
like
of
a
a club,
bar,
yeah.
and secondly, it's not enough money. I was like, I know. I thought maybe
Where is he from originally? The city?
Colin Quinn,
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Vicky says the Mo and Tony show was awesome. Thank you, Vicky. That was Saturday. Yeah, Don Sill didn't show up.
Oh, how's
And-
he doing?
He's doing fine. He's doing good. He's just a busy guy.
Yeah.
He's been working on Michael Loftus's show. So if you know Michael Loftus, great comedian.
Where is that show?
They do it out around Konkoma somewhere, and then they stream it. But it's kind of like the way they run it is like Saturday Night Live. They spend the whole
fun.
week before.
That's cool.
Like they write their skits right because they want it to be topical
Mm-hmm.
and current. It's all based on current events, so they're writing and rehearsing the skits all week, which is just amazing to me. And then they do some pre-recorded stuff. That's where Don comes in, and he has they film it. They again write it, perform it, film it, rehearsing the whole works, all within 5 days.
I love it.
And then, so Don has, he's involved in the filming, and then he has to take it and edit it all and get it all ready for the show.
Yeah.
So it's a hectic week leading up to it, but it's fantastic.
So he's doing that for
he's
just
doing that-
1 week, or he's working doing
Well,
that
yeah, 1 week a month.
1 week a month.
Right.
Cool.
When they, I believe it. Yeah, it's not. I don't. No, it's not every week. I believe
Okay,
it's only
so
once.
1
a
week
month.
a month. Yeah, that
I
makes
think.
sense.
Don't hold me to. It's definitely not every week, but I'm not sure if it's only once a month or not.
So
but,
I went Saturday
Yeah.
to Wine Dance, veterans VFW, to see Peaches Rodriguez.
Peaches is awesome.
It was
Love
called Get
Peaches.
Lit,
Well, Wine Dance. It makes sense.
and it was like this big. It was a VFW hall, so it
Yeah.
was like this giant, almost like a basketball court dance floor.
Nice.
And then all the tables around, and I got there a little bit late. Actually, Carla
Oh.
was on talking when I got there, and
She's great.
and yeah, it was good. And then Peaches.
Oh, Peaches rocks.
Peaches is like it was almost like there was a white light around her. So I was having a conversation. And also, like, I just smoked this sour diesel, right? And I came back in and I had this conversation.
All right, wait a minute.
So I don't know
You
if I was
smoked a
wasted,
sour
but I saw,
diesel?
like,
Wait a minute.
angelic. Could have
What's-
just been her blonde hair.
Is that like some kind of slang for weed?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that
How did your
before.
thing go? Did you get like secondhand buzz at that show?
No,
You did?
I did not.
No?
But we'll get. Don't change the subject on me.
Oh no, I'm just saying that Peaches is freaking magical.
Why sour diesel? Why? What does that mean?
It's just
I've
weed
never heard that.
that gets
all right.
you like high.
Well, I know that's what weed does, but why would you call it that? What's the meat? Like, I've never heard that. I'll have to get
I'm
Jay
not
in here.
sure. Sour diesel is just like a type of weed. Like you can get.
Oh, so it's not
different,
just like a
names.
nickname; it's a type.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And what's the difference between that and
It's
just?
not like wheelchair weed. Like it doesn't like make you feel like
Oh,
you can't
okay.
stand up. And,
I was gonna say that didn't help me either, but now you explained it, so thank you.
yeah, I guess that's probably not a nice thing to say. Wheelchair weed.
That's all right. But a lot of weed isn't. Most weed isn't wheelchair weed, right?
To me, a lot is, and a lot of people like it that way.
Well, right.
Fat
yeah.
Jay would probably know like the difference. Like it's like sativa, and I don't even know. I just like the one that.
So all right.
keeps you
So this
pumped.
sour diesel, that's like that energized you, and then made
Yeah,
you.
like I wasn't even gonna say that except for
Well,
the
you did.
fact that Peaches was like asking me. Actually, she asked me a question
Yeah.
about the difference between Truson's class and Peter
Peters.
Bales and Rick.
Right.
Which, by the way,
Rich.
I have a really good friend who's taking Peter Bales' class right now. Who I'm singing with on Earth Day,
Yes,
Pamela
we'll get to that,
Lewis. Who's got
Oh,
a
Pamela?
voice
I know
like
Pamela.
an angel. You know
She's-
Pamela.
Fucking great.
Fucking great.
I've been trying so hard to get her on this show.
I asked her yesterday,
Yeah,
I'm
what'd
like,
she
why
say?
don't you come on Tony's show tomorrow
Yeah.
with me? She's super busy right now.
She's killing
She's
me.
like, next time. I'm like,
No,
I hope so.
years. Literally, I've been trying for a few years to get her
No
in here.
shit.
I am not kidding you.
Well, how do you know Pamela?
I met Pamela through my buddy David Clark, he has a Billy Joel act. He's a singer, musician, fantastic piano player, and he's a buddy of mine. And where might have been Jones Beach a few years ago, where he was doing his show, and she came out and did some songs with him.
Nice.
And I was like, "Who is that?"
Like butter.
Yeah. So I just introduced myself after, and I said, "You were fantastic." We became
Fantastic.
Facebook friends, and just kind of
And
went from
her
there.
husband is like gorgeous and fucking just like
He's
they're
gorgeous?
such a great couple.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't met him.
Their love is like infectious.
Really?
Yeah, we were rehearsing with him yesterday. He's an amazing musician. They're in
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a band. They play like weddings and stuff.
Right, yeah.
And
she
so-
had a Billy Joel thing in the city for a while. I
Okay,
don't
see,
think she
I
does
don't know
that
a
anymore.
lot about like I just know her from our little Long Beach community.
Right.
You know, musicians and artists. It's a great community, and so yeah, I just see her out when we're performing together,
Right.
or I'm seeing her band, or just different things around the town.
So
She's amazing.
she is great. Yes, and please bug her more to get her in here. I would. God, I would
Oh,
love to have
she
her in
would
here.
be
She's
delighted.
so much fun.
Well, now that she's it's at the brokerage, I guess they're teaching the classes.
yeah, they're
she's
back
at
at the
the
brokerage.
brokerage,
Oh,
so-
so Pamela Lewis is taking the class?
Pamela Lewis
Really?
is taking a class with Peter Bales.
Oh, now I
and Rick
definitely gotta
Walker.
get her in here.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm
This
going
is
to
why
reach
I
out.
was like telling him, like, because I heard it from another girl, Abby, because now everybody knows I'm running. Because I
Abby who?
Abby Golding.
Golding. I know Abby too.
So she's the one that's producing this whole Earth Day thing, and she invited me to sing this solo.
All right, so I mean we're all over the place, but
Yeah.
so I got to go back to various things. So, but you brought that up. What is that now? Earth Day. That's what.
Oh,
April
it's going to
22nd.
be April 22nd, starting at 1:00, and we're going to have different musicians.
Where?
And in the plaza in Long Beach, right in front of City Hall, where Arts
Oh.
in the Plaza is right next to my library, right near Starbucks. It's like just right in the center of town. And we're going to have music, and it's going to be kind of like a fair, I guess, for Earth Day, but a lot of really great musicians and singing.
Like
you
who?
know,
Pamela?
Me, Pamela,
Yeah.
Abby, John Hurley, Richie,
Byrne.
not Richie Byrne. No, just locals, just local.
What are you
local
singing?
Long Beach musicians. I am singing the Diane Warwick part in "We Are the World." You know, like we all broke it up. That like Pamela's singing like the
Tina
Cyndi
Turner.
Lauper part.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
of course.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, there's a lot of
we
screaming
have
there.
like Abby gave soloists, certain soloists, like I'm so happy and like honored
That's
that
cool,
she
yeah.
even asked me to be a soloist. So it should be fun. And so that's "We Are the World."
Let's go.
Pamela's singing like 20 other songs.
No,
Like
no.
it's going to be amazing.
No, I'm pointing to the mic because I want you to practice your part right now.
Oh.
Do it.
Send them your heart so they know that someone cares and that life can be stronger and free. Something like
Now,
that.
all right.
I don't even know the words.
This is why I'm such a nerd, because if I'm not mistaken, that part is sung in harmony with Willie Nelson, right? Dionne
I think
Warwick
so,
and
yeah,
Willie
yeah.
Nelson. So who's doing that?
God has shown us. This girl, Cindy Hazelnut.
Cindy Hazel, and there's a third name.
Yes.
I know her.
Okay.
Izzo. Cindy Izzo.
Yes.
Yeah, I know her too.
So she and I are doing that. You know everybody.
Yeah, this is very. But I've never
This is
met her in
awesome.
person.
So
That's
I
just
hope that you
Facebook.
come to Earth Day then.
What day of the week
It
is that?
starts at 1. It's a Saturday.
Oh, it's a Saturday.
Yeah, come and visit me at the library and we'll both walk over together. Or don't.
Yeah, I can't. My daughter plays in a special needs bowling league that I run, and it's Saturdays
gonna
at
be
1.
on Earth Day.
Yeah, we are there
Probably.
Earth Day. Yeah, we are.
What time is it?
It starts at 1. It's in Wantua. It's every Saturday at
'Cause
1.
you could skip it and bring her.
I can. I run it.
So take them all on a field trip.
I'll just
Get the
rent
bus.
that. Yeah, I'll get that
Get
bus.
a little bus. And guys, we're not going to be bowling today.
That'll go over well. No, well, see, it's Autism Awareness Month too, so I can't skip out on my responsibilities at the Special Needs PAL.
No, but they might actually like that, though.
Well, why don't you got to get as many as you can in here?
Oh, absolutely. Flippin' lootly. They would love it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So that's a Saturday. So the 24th of April, that Monday.
22nd. Oh, okay.
That Monday. Try and get as many of them, and then you can sing it again in here.
Okay.
That would be cool.
I
And
love
then
that idea.
Somebody can grab your guitar.
It's happening.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Oh man, I would love to get Pamela in here. That would be
Bringing
cool.
the music back.
Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't had music in here in a while. Fremder, I used to date a chick that smoked sour diesel. She was great at it. Smoked sour diesel. She was great at it. Birthday, Fremder. Birthday is a very special day. It's the one day out of the year that I take pride in throwing out a piece of trash out of my window. What in the world is it your birthday?
Earth Day. He probably means Earth Day. He throws trash out his window.
Maybe Tony has some special needs this Saturday. Tony always has special needs. And it's not just on Saturdays. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is Earth Day. So what was the autocorrect? Change your Earth Day to birthday?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you should take the Beatles' birthday and change it to Earth Day and write new lyrics and perform that, too, on Earth Day.
Today it's Earth Day. It's our birthday too, yeah.
There you go. Oh, I got you to sing twice today so far.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're already rehearsed. It's a very tight show. It's a tight show. But
whoa.
Peaches Rodriguez, getting back to Peaches Rodriguez.
Okay. Yeah, so what was the question
That's
she
what
asked
we
you?
were doing. So she asked me what the difference, like what, like how.
You just hit your hand on the desk.
I'm all right.
You're good?
Yeah.
I'm just making fun of you.
Why? I'll
It
scratch
was,
you.
it was,
I
it was the other
polish my
hand.
nails, I close-
Wasn't it? Wasn't it that hand?
What?
You don't even know, do you?
What? Just now on this stupid
Yeah,
thing?
you were talking and you
I
you
didn't
hit your-
hurt myself.
Oh,
I have
I did-
really rough old man's hands.
You do?
Yeah, look at them. They're creepy.
No, mine are worse. And I am an old man.
Your hands are prettier than mine.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Look at that.
They're about the same age. Mine are. I'm older than you.
You are older than me.
My mom used to always like moisturize, like
Mm-hmm.
always, like before she went to sleep, and I never really did that. But now I'm like, I'm gonna start doing it more.
My mother used to take my hands and to hold her bottle because she was a drunk. I'm totally making that up.
My mother really didn't drink until later on in life.
Oh.
So then she was like martinis and day drinker. Her and my dad, and that's fine. They were
No,
good
my
with that.
my mother usually watches, so I always just throw in something
Oh.
stupid about either being a drunk or beating me as a kid. Just something ridiculous just to make her mad.
Nice.
Because none of that's true. I've only seen my mother drunk once, and her whole 150
Yeah,
years
I don't
on this
think
earth.
I've ever seen my mother drunk.
Yeah, just once. And she actually, I swear to God, it's true. She was, and this was like 40-something years ago. I was a kid. And she came home, and she got some water, and she missed her mouth.
Aw.
And then my grandmother was screaming at her. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, why are you yelling at her? What did she do? I thought she was sick. And then
That's typical, like,
yeah.
That's funny.
And then she went upstairs and threw up.
Aw.
Fremder, my talk to text doesn't work anymore because I heard the guy that invented it passed away. His gravestone said, "May he roast in piss." Oh my goodness.
Talk to text.
So, all right, so what was the question Peaches asked you?
What did I like better? I forget now. Like between Trusin's class.
Oh,
and,
right. Okay.
And so she like
That's putting you on
what
the
are
spot.
difference? Totally put me on the spot. Plus, I smoked the sour
The
diesel.
sour diesel.
And I was thinking I'm seeing angels like in her eyes, and so I was like humming, and then all of a sudden like a song came out. She's like, "I gotta dance!" So she like
And
gets
she's
on
a
this one,
great
and
freaking
I like
dancer.
go after. So we were dancing.
Oh,
It
you
was
were
a
dancing
lot-
with her?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
dancing.
that's hot. I wish I saw
We
that.
had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
great.
My friend may have taken some pictures, but
I got to get her in here.
But she now wants to, and hopefully she's gonna possibly do a show at the library, at my library.
Nice.
We're gonna
She's
write
great, man.
a proposal she wants to do a comedy and incorporate her dance into it.
Oh,
It's
we're not talking about one of your
great.
stand-up nights. We're talking about like
We're
her
talking
own.
about
Oh.
Peaches Rodriguez is taking it to another level.
Nice.
Because she is innovative and brilliant, and she's got this star quality that just it's a beautiful thing to behold.
Are you into hip hop or rap at all or no?
Am I into?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into music. I love hip hop.
Okay, because she, and forgive me, I don't really know the history too much, but she was somehow like involved
Yeah,
in the
she is on.
hip hop
Actually,
world.
I just watched something she posted on Facebook today. A picture of her is in a museum in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it was really touching.
Right,
It was,
the museum in Manhattan. It's
emotional.
some kind of hip hop exhibit.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was somehow involved in like when hip hop first, back in the '80s when it was coming up, and she
can
was involved
move.
somehow.
She can
And she can
move.
still dance. Yeah, I've
can.
seen footage. She's
yeah, like
amazing.
it's in her act,
Right,
and
right.
and
So-
I enjoy it.
But you must have said Bales because she's married to Bales, so you said Bales' class is the better.
No, I couldn't get the words out. I was mumbling, stuttering, like inarticulate. Like I didn't.
Oh wow.
The thing is, she said something about you got to be real and you got to take what all your and listen. I'm not gonna but it's very hard for me to. If you're going to be a real comedian,
Yeah.
you're exposing yourself. Like the best of the best is up there, like
Yes.
raw.
Right.
So I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can be a good MC, but it's just
Oh, I'm going to disagree, but that's fine. Go ahead.
it's just that I cannot make anything funny about my fucking joyless
Well,
life.
I disagree with that too. However, for argument's sake, let's say that was true. That doesn't mean you still can't be good when you're raw up there.
I mean, I'm funny. I know it.
You have a nice
know I'm
energy
funny,
on stage. You have a
but-
comfortability,
and
that,
I can
that-
write funny
Yeah.
things about myself. It's just that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking. Listen, my life is a journey.
I got a
Help me.
I got a funny Peaches story. Well, not kind of funny.
I get my peaches down in Georgia.
What? That sounded like you on helium.
I get my
What was
weed
that?
from California. It's Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you're good.
Did you know that Justin Bieber got that? What do they call that? Guerlain syndrome when your face drops?
I did hear that he had that. Yeah, but is he better now?
Yeah, I guess this happened a long time ago. But
No,
anyway.
it was just like a year or so
Oh,
ago,
really?
wasn't it? I think. I don't know. So, yeah, so a buddy of mine, like a week or two ago, went to go see Billy Joel at the Garden, right?
And he sucked. Same old songs.
Yeah, he doesn't change his set list really. Just like maybe 1 or 2 songs. But sometimes he brings out special guests, which is cool. Like this last week, he had Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top come out. So that's cool. I'd be happy with that. No, you don't care, huh? All right. Well, anyway, my buddy was there. He posts a picture of himself with
Is Tommy Burns still playing Billy
Tommy
Joel's
Burns
band?
is still there.
I know Tommy Burns from way back.
Oh yeah, he was a Rockville Center,
He's a
Long Beach
great
guy. Yeah.
What a nice,
Yeah, I like
genuine,
Tommy.
super cool dude. He used to be in this great band with this guy Huey Carroll. It was like the roustabout. I don't know.
Tommy
it was
was-
a rockabilly band, and it was like my favorite band to go out.
Tommy
and see.
was in the Stray Cats for a short time.
Yeah.
He was Taylor Dane's guy for a
Taylor
while.
Dane's going to be in the city for summer concert series.
Oh yeah, very nice.
I was hanging out with her brother the other day in the city. I took the ferry into Manhattan,
Oh,
which is a
nice.
lovely way to travel.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So my buddy posts this picture of him and his friend at the Billy Joel concert, right? And they're with their drinks and they're just posing. Over his left shoulder, probably like 3 rows back. I'm like, man, that looks like Peaches. Sure enough, like the next day or something, I see she posted, had a great time at the Billy Joel concert. I was like,
Sweet.
so I sent.
How could you not? Yeah. How?
Yeah.
You can't
I-
mistake Peaches.
So I send the picture over to her. I go, that's you, right? That's you? And sure enough, she writes back, holy shit. Like, what are the chances? Like, to me, that was like the weirdest thing.
She's the best.
I once took a selfie on a train. Like, I was on a train. The train was so freaking crowded. So I took a picture to show how crowded it was. And sure enough, one of my friends commented, hey, I know that woman over to
I
the
love
left.
that.
Yeah, that is
One
cool.
day I
That
was
happens.
stuck on a bridge. I think it's like when you're leaving Manhattan, the Williamsburg Bridge, maybe getting
Okay.
on the Williamsburg Bridge, and I was driving, and like you see all the people coming this way. It's just like that single lane. You would know what I was talking about if I could freaking remember. But it's in Manhattan, on your way into Manhattan, or on your way out by the Williamsburg Bridge. And it was stopped, dead traffic. And I thought it would be such a cool picture if I hung outside and just went like that, so that everybody in the car would just flip the bird, and I get like a really cool shot.
You should have done that. That is a cool shot.
I don't think I had a camera. It was
You didn't have
before
your.
cell phones.
This is going back. Oh, that might have helped.
Just an idea.
I was once stuck in traffic. They don't do it anymore, but they used to call it the Greek Festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which they used to, take over Long Beach and Jones
Mm-hmm.
Beach. And I didn't. I was driving to Long Beach. I was going to what is now Nickerson Beach. It was Nassau Beach back when I was.
Mm-hmm.
This is like late '80s, early '90s, and I had never heard of the Greek Festival. I had no idea. So I'm driving down there. I get caught in that traffic. So many people were at Jones Beach that they actually shut the beach. Like they wouldn't let anybody else in.
Wow.
So the parkways were a
Stand
parking
still.
lot. They were actually getting out and just partying
That's
on the
fun.
parkways.
Well, that's what they do during like with the 4th of July and stuff. When you go in to watch the lights, usually end up being in standstill, and
Right.
everybody just like woo. you
But
know?
at least that
Tailgate.
you're looking up and you can see the.
Oh right.
This was
They're
still
stuck in
during
their
the day.
cars.
This was a Saturday afternoon.
They
I'm
have,
stuck
like,
on the
floaties.
Yeah, I mean they're all turning up the music. They're all just walking around, and yeah, I was the only white guy. Again, I never heard of the Greek Festival,
The
didn't know
White
anything
Shadow.
about it, and I'm looking around like, what
It
in
was
the world
like
is
me and
going on here?
Winebranch. That's it.
Stuck on the Meadowbrook Parkway. So I actually shut. I mean, everybody shut. They weren't. They were just hanging out like we were in a parking lot. So I shut my car off. I'm sitting there. At first, and I admit it. I was, I think, probably around late 19, 20, 21. And I was a little like, because I was the only white guy in the whole, as far as I can see. So so it is a little, you don't know what to do. You feel a little awkward in situations like that. But it's cool, and they were all just, hey, what's happening? Like I wasn't really going to
white
join
guy,
anybody.
get
No, it
him.
was nothing like that. Thank goodness.
No.
But I got out of the car because I was in the right lane. So my car was. I laid on the grass. I actually fell asleep for 3 hours because I was there. I was there for 5 hours. My car was just sitting there because they weren't moving anybody. But that's my whole story. The weed show. The weed show went okay.
Oh yeah.
It's not. It's not my scene.
So is everybody just like chilling and smoking
Yes.
and passing and?
Yeah, I didn't see them passing, but I'm sure they were. But
So
I didn't see
everybody
that.
just has their own equipment.
Yeah, I mean it's Long Island glass, and they're selling glass, bongs and
Ah.
paraphernalia and whatnot.
I
So
this little thing.
I So I walk in, and I go to the room where the comedy is, and I didn't recognize anybody I know. So, and I'm not partaking. So I don't, I just don't do it. Not, I don't have a problem with it. It's just I just don't do it. So I'm just kind of standing there. I'm like, I just felt like I was sticking out like a sore thumb. So 2 minutes, I'm like, I'm out. So I go outside. There's a bench right outside the place. So I just sat there. Luckily, it was a nice night. So I just sat there, and then Andy showed up. Andy showed up to support, which was super nice of him. So then I walked in with him. Tim Saliani then showed up because he was running the show. So then we walked in. But yeah, it's not like coming to Governor's or a comedy club where they're energetic and ready to rock and have a wild time. They're mellow, and they're fine, and they're a nice bunch. But it's just not. It's not something I've ever seen before. So I was. Yeah, they weren't
They're
really
laughing on the inside, zoning out on the outside.
I did get some laughs, but Andy kept telling me that I did fine, but I didn't. I didn't get comfortable. I think I did okay, but I didn't get totally comfortable. But it was fine. The whole show was only an hour. Met some other great comedians I'd never met before. This girl, Kelpie, who's great. She was in here the other day on the show. Who's the other guy I met? Shit. He's been on the local scene for a while. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was asking that girl, Ruthie.
Ruthie Ferrara?
Yeah, and I was texting her. For some reason, I didn't have her number. And I'm like, how am I going to contact this girl? Because I wanted to ask her to come and meet me here today.
Oh, that would have been great.
Because she's going to be on the show in May with Fat Jay and Dan and John.
Oh, that's a great show. John who? LaRocchia?
LaRocchia.
That's a good show.
Let me ask you something.
Sure.
And I don't care if I'm saying this out on the air.
All right.
Who do you think should headline, Fat Jay or John LaRocchia?
Ooh.
Who do you think should be my feature?
It's definitely those two. It's definitely up between those two.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Dan LaRocca is going to be perfect to be in front of them.
Yeah.
And then, him, then Ruthie, or Ruthie, then him. I can't figure out those.
I only met Ruthie that one time. I haven't seen her act, so I can't comment on Ruthie. She stopped in here when we did a green room one night, and she was great in here. Really liked her, but I've never seen her act, so I can't.
Her act. That's why.
Wow, that's a toss-up. I mean, either way, it could go fantastic with either one of those guys.
I'm thinking let Fat Jay be my feature.
Yeah.
And LaRocchia can go on before Fat Jay, and then I'm also going to promote his fundraiser. So I'll say
Laughter Saves Lives.
I'll leave a little tip.
So Jay would be the fundraiser. Would be the headliner.
So Jay would be the headliner,
right.
But in props to John LaRocchia, because I'm putting him before Fat Jay. I mean, I don't know. To me, I don't know. So I'm thinking I just know Fat Jay a little bit better. He's I know him better, so I would rather have him be my feature out of loyalty to my.
Oh, you keep saying feature. You're headliner.
Headliner.
Yeah.
Feature isn't it the same
No,
thing?
feature would be LaRocchia.
Before the headliner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm learning. I'm learning the whole lingo.
Hello, Joe Beansy. Friend, I love a good Greek festival. Nothing tastier than a gyro filled with yogurt sauce all over my face. Oh, my goodness. Hello, New York girl. New York girl, I'm going to try to call you definitely the next day or two. I have a question for you. The only white person at a Greek festival, are you sure it was a Greek festival? That's what it was called. Good morning, Jeff Bosey. Bosey, I have a story about Bosey, too.
Bosey looks good.
Calm down.
No, I'm just saying he looks healthier.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he looks
And
good.
he stopped the coke.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe people still do that.
He doesn't. I'm just teasing.
No, my friend did lines in front of me last night. I was like,
really?
why? I could not believe it. I was taken aback.
Beansy says, why don't you have the both of them on your show? Yeah, that's what she's asking. She's asking about the order on the show, what order to put them in. That's what she's asking.
Yeah, so if I have Fat Jay be my headliner and John LaRocchia be the feature,
yeah.
I will just let John LaRocchia know that in addition to having you on the show, blah, 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 I'm going to put a fundraiser out for Laughter Saves Lives and promote it, in
good
between.
Idea.
And this way he'll feel happy, and Fat Joe's my boy.
Jay.
Fat J.
See, I'm correcting you like
John J. Dan LaRocchia.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Whenever we go out, we can hear the people shout. They say John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Na 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 na. Jeff Bosey says Fat J is the headliner.
Cool.
Yep.
I concur.
That's a good. Either way, I mean that's a great show right there.
Yeah.
When is that? May what?
May 16th.
May 16th. Make sure you head on over to the Long Beach Public Library.
Yeah, and I don't
You're
know if I
hosting again?
told you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I don't know if I told you that I did contact Carrie Caravis.
Okay.
And I did tell her that I didn't have a budget for her and Manny.
Right.
And she was completely understanding.
Oh, all right,
and I
good.
said, I would love to have you on another show. Because 2024, I mean, I know I'm like living year to year with this. You know, I ran into Christian Hahn.
Mm-hmm.
He did a show at the Long Beach Brewing Company, which is in Oceanside. And, you know, he said he left. He said, nobody's ever booked me a year in advance because he's going to do the show in November. But I just love that kid. But he's going to do the show, and I already have Dave Juskow is going to.
Oh, nice.
Do you know who Dave Juskow?
I know who he is. I've never met him, but I know who he is.
He's funny and
Yep.
he's awesome, and I'm delighted.
Beansy says this reminds me of the Magic Garden. They didn't sing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt on the
No,
Magic
it's
Garden.
nice to say hello.
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 That's all I know. I know John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Me too.
We're fine. How are you? Yeah.
I'm fine. Me too. We're fine. And how are you?
Paula and Petulia.
Something.
Paula
I
and
love them.
Wilma.
Yeah, Paula was the chubby one.
Oh,
And then
yeah?
there was the pretty skinny one that looked like that actress from Stepford Wives. Come on.
Yeah, what were their names? Paula and Rosemary.
Carol? No.
Carol. I think that is it.
Yeah.
Paula and
And
Carol.
Carol was the pretty one. Like I said, she looked like that actress from Stepford Wives.
Yeah, yeah. Vicky just said it. Carol. Paula and Carol. And they're actually still around.
I love them. I wanted to do a show just like that at the library. I wanted to do like a little magic garden show for kids,
Right.
you know, and just play little cute made up songs. I'm still gonna do it. It's on my bucket list. I have a lot of things on my bucket list. I want to ride in the Enduros. I want to go out to the beach during a storm, get struck by lightning. No, I'm just.
You live in Long Beach. You've never been out on the beach during a storm?
I love it. It's like my favorite thing.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't gotten struck by lightning yet.
I almost got struck by lightning once.
Really?
Yeah.
How close?
20 feet? Maybe.
What did it do?
Maybe more.
Did it jolt you?
It actually cracked the asphalt where I was.
That's
where I
like
was.
a freaking scary movie. What movie was that when it cracked? Oh, I think it may have been like Land of the Lost.
That's scary.
Wait a second.
Well, the movie was kind of scary because it was so bad. All right. So, wow, are we actually all caught up now? I mean, we were all over the place for a little bit there.
I don't know.
Peaches comedy show. How's the open mic going?
The open mic is going to be next the 20th.
But
420. 420 open mic.
But you did one, didn't you, already?
The first one we did was really great.
Oh, okay. Who showed up?
We had like this improv group show up. They're called the Steel Magnolias. They're like a local Long Beach geriatric. But you know, I said okay. I said it's really for comedians, but I'll let you get up. There weren't that many comedians that came, but there was a nice audience. You know?
Okay, well that's good.
So, I'm gonna run it differently this time because that old thing that I did, at the cafe,
right?
I was trying to start something, like just some kind of a scene, with Jules Joint, whatever.
Right.
Like it was an idea, it was a concept. Didn't work. The place was not. The energy there is weird. So like I'm so lucky now. Now I have the library. So but anyway, I'm not really proficient at like knowing how to really run it. So I'm doing my own thing.
It's fine.
But starting next week, it's definitely going to be, I'm going to stick to the script. Sign up at 6:30. I start at 7. I will light you at 5 minutes because I had this woman, and she was funny. She's fine. She's from Long Beach, trying to do the whole Long Beach jokes, which is fine, but like,
Okay.
stay in your lane, bitch.
Whoa.
But anyway, no, I'm just kidding.
Why did she go like? She went
I'm
past the
Long Beach
5.
fan. No, she went to 15.
Whoa!
And then she's like, "I see you lighting me. I just have one more thing." And then she starts talking at the post office, and I'm like, "All right." So next time I'm going to be a little bit more strict with that.
Absolutely.
But it's really still fucking great.
No, that's completely disrespectful.
Yeah, compared to like going to the VFW in Wyandanch and watching like little Carla in the middle of a basketball, court doing her act.
Right.
Where, it just, it's such a nice, it's an auditorium, but I got a nice stage and
You do. It's a nice
just
little room.
really nice
Absolutely.
place
Yep.
for an open mic.
I agree.
So I'm trying to just get more kids there, around the neighborhood. Get some young ones.
Speaking of Carla, Mike Keegan posted the other day. He did a show over the weekend with Rich Voss. I don't remember where the show was,
yeah.
but did you hear what happened?
There was a volcano or something.
There, a volcano.
Some natural thing. It was a tidal wave.
There was just out of nowhere a volcano showed up in the middle of the theater. An earthquake, I believe, or tornado. Tornado. Is that what you were thinking of? But you said volcano instead.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it was. It was an earthquake.
Volcano?
It was a volcano's the thing with the eruption, the lava.
Okay.
I believe it was a tornado threat was coming through whatever town they were in. I don't think it was Long Island. It was. I don't remember where they were. So they actually had to stop the show, and they had to get everybody and get them down in the basement, and then they had to wait it out. And when the threat was lifted, I don't recall if the tornado came through or not. I don't think it did, but I'm not positive.
Wow.
Either way, when the threat was gone, they then brought everybody back and they continued the show up in the main room. That's and I'm sure if you watch Hershey and the Keeks tomorrow, I'm sure Mike's going to be talking about it. So interesting to hear about that.
There was wicked, amazing lightning Saturday night.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
I didn't see that.
Incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed the storm. I was in here.
forever.
I had no idea there was a storm outside. Oh,
Like, it
Vicky
was
has a good idea.
spelling things out.
If you get that,
Beware.
because that makes me mad. This woman from Long Beach going 50 and even saying, "I see your light." No, that you see the light, that means you get the fuck off. That pisses me off. Vicky says, "Bring one of those hooks." Remember the old-fashioned hooks? You should do that.
My program guy Tom
Yep.
said the same
The
thing.
one who lost the footage?
Because it's not his fault.
Well, it's somebody's fault.
I know. I'm gonna actually try. I'm talking with Zach this week, and I'm gonna see what exactly we can salvage. Or there's got to be a way. Like, let's call the camera guy. Let's call whoever.
There's a good guy in Farmingdale.
Yeah.
His name is Suki.
I'm hoping
he's a
that I
good-
can
yeah, he
salvage
can-
that. And
yeah.
then moving forward, I'm just gonna. It's only gonna be for the big shows,
Right.
and I'm just gonna keep that, and and then give it to my performers. I'm not gonna pay. Nobody's paying for their tape. That's why I feel so bad, because I would have gladly given all of you a copy of the whole show.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
I know, but like I said, 2024 we'll have a reunion.
All right,
Of that show.
I'm in. Bosie says if you're booking for 2025, he'll do it.
Sure.
Bosie,
2025 is going to be our year.
as in what
Me
the
and
long?
Bosie's here.
Oh,
I don't know. I just say 2020. I've been saying it. I'm like 2025. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not traveling.
Really?
2025.
why are you
It's
thinking
gonna
that far ahead? Like,
I don't know, but my birthday is in January 2024. And I'm going to
well,
be
I'm sure
60.
it's every January. What?
Yeah.
You're
so
going to
I
be
have
60 this coming
I have to do something big
January?
on my birthday.
Really? I had no idea you
So
were.
I think I might get a room at like the Allegria Hotel and just like invite everybody to like party at the hotel. Because I don't want to travel.
Do we have to show up in clothes?
Yeah, it's gonna be a toga party. I don't really want to have a toga party. It's in January. I just don't want to go away.
Wow. I would never have thought in a million years you were going to be 60.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I knew you were older than me.
I know. I still feel like a 12-year-old boy. I identify as a 12-year-old boy.
I don't know what to say to that. I got nothing. But Bosie, don't book Bosie for 2025.
Why not?
Because he's a son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
He
You
sto-
son of my bitch.
He showed up here on Saturday. We were doing the green room show in here, and it was me and Mo and whoever else, Dana McAllister. Jeff shows up. He sits right in that chair over there and announces he's going to make a return to comedy because he retired from stand-up. I'm getting all excited. I'm all happy. But what was Saturday? What was it? What was the date?
The freaking four. I don't know what I don't even know what today's date is. What the hell month am I in? What? I don't even know what month.
Saturday was April 1st.
Oh, okay, April 1st.
It was an April Fool's joke, and I totally bought it. I not once did I think, oh, it's April Fool's. Honestly, I wasn't thinking about the date either. There's been some rumblings going around that, Jeff might make a return, so I thought maybe he was just confirming it. He was messing with me. He tricked me. April Fool's. Well, now you lose out. Now you really want to make a return? Too bad. Don't book him. 2025.
Oh, big deal.
Son of a bitch. I couldn't. He totally got me.
But he made a comeback. He was in here. And that was kind of funny, so.
All right. True. And he does a great job with Knock 'em Dead Comedy,
He pranked you.
playing my daughter.
Aw.
Yeah, that's what he does. He plays my daughter in
know.
the shows.
I know. If you ever need anybody, call me.
Yes, I actually just might. I just might.
Do it.
You have to sing.
I'll do it for peanuts. For peanuts.
No, we pay.
Okay.
You have to sing Copacabana. Really, I'm dead serious.
Her name was Lola.
Yeah.
She was a showgirl.
That's it.
With yellow flowers in her hair and a
Dress.
cut down to there. I know that. I know that song.
That's the character's name. So that would be the part you're playing, Lola.
Oh, but she's a blonde.
She doesn't have to be blonde.
Oh.
I mean, she's your
But you have
stereotypical,
wigs.
like, ditz. We do have a wig if you really need it. I don't think you would need it.
I could just tease my hair up.
If you want. Yeah, your hair's fine the way it is. You could do it.
Well, I'm on
All right.
call.
All right, cool. I'm definitely taking you up on that.
I would love to.
Let's see. So what do we got going on? Bosie.
I like distractions.
Fremder says 60 is not old. I'm 42, but I identify with a 30-year-old. Yeah, I bet you do, you weirdo. All right, so Bosie.
Is that your checklist?
That is my checklist.
Aw.
I saw. Let's see. All right. Oh, you know what? Oh, so speaking of age, I felt really old today. I saw that Tony Orlando is turning 79 years old today.
Wow.
So then I saw that. I was like, oh,
I
yeah, I
loved.
definitely feel
I
old.
had his records.
Did
I
you?
would sing in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock 3 times on the ceiling.
If you want. Years ago, my ex-wife went to go see him because same thing. She loved the TV show. She had the records as a kid. She went to go see him at one of those, free concerts in a park. She's like, she comes home. She goes, I think he was drunk. She goes, and he was singing Led Zeppelin. She said he sang Whole Lot of Love.
Eclectic.
I can't even picture Tony Orlando singing Whole Lot of Love.
I think it's cool. How long ago was that? I think it's great.
I don't know, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. He's innovative. No, I mean, because now it's like everybody's... Well, I guess like Aerosmith and Run DMC started that, like meshing the hip-hop with rock. So Tony Orlando singing Led Zeppelin, I think he's ahead of his time.
All right, we'll go with that. Vicky's birthday is next week. Oh, very nice. Fremder, Tony Orlando wants to be your backdoor man. And
oh, my laugh sounds like yours a little bit.
oh goodness, my son makes fun of. A lot of people make fun of my laugh.
You have a great laugh.
Oh,
and
hi.
you know what? It's so genuine. I don't know if you're full of shit or not, because people could be like saying lame ass stuff, and you're still laughing.
No,
like
I laugh at a lot of stupid
Yeah, you have
things.
a little tickle.
A little tickle.
You're tickled easily.
And it's definitely little. So speaking of Tony Orlando going with the music theme, Queen has announced that they're coming back to tour America. Queen with Adam Lambert.
Oh, I love Adam Lambert.
I'm not a big Adam Lambert guy.
I just fell in love with him when he did the remake of that song that I love.
What song would that be?
He did it on American Idol. Very famous.
We Are the World.
All around us are familiar faces. Da 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 da. Oh, it's cold. It's like a.
Anybody know what she's talking about?
Yes.
I honest to God, I have no idea what song you're doing. Bosie says Mad World?
Yes, Mad World. Mad World.
I don't.
It's so good. It's such a great cover version of
I
that
don't know
song.
that song. Who sings it? Like, who's the
Adam
original?
Lambert, as
No,
far
but-
as I'm concerned. No, it's like, is it like New World? I don't even know.
I don't know what song that even is.
Maybe Howard Jones, maybe something like that.
Fremder says he loves that song, We Will Cock You. I've seen Queen with Adam Lambert twice, and
You
I'm not.
did?
Oh yeah. Oh, I never
So
told you this.
cool.
I'm friends with the bass player for Queen. We were talking about Elio before. He's Elio's bass player. He's Elio's friend of 30 plus years. He's Elio's bass player. Elio's big, I guess, claim to fame was he was like a Paul Schaefer type on a TV show in England. Weekend Wogan, the host name was Terry Wogan. He has since passed, but he hosted a show, Weekend Wogan, and Elio was the band leader. So they used to bring on famous people to play, and they would play with the band. Glenn Campbell and who's Carrie Fisher's mother?
Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds, thank you. She was on, and Elio got to play with her. And, Brian May was one of the guests. So they got to meet Brian May through that, and now... So Neil Fairclough, who's Elio's buddy and bass player, he is now the bass player for Queen for like 10 years. Ever since
awesome.
they started with Adam Lambert, he's been the bass player.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, yeah,
I would like to see that.
Oh, it's great. I'm not a big Adam Lambert fan, but you can't go wrong with
He
the Queen
sings
music.
amazing.
And it's like, wow,
He's got
it's amazing.
he's like the male Kelly Clarkson. You're like, she's got such a phenomenal voice. Like, but they both came from American Idol.
And they're both like women more,
Yeah, whatever.
So, Neil, on one of the tours a few years back, Neil contacted me, and he said, if you'd like to come see the show, he says, I can get you in. He goes, however, I can't do it in New York. He said, and we have some mutual friends in Philly. He goes, you'd have to go down to Philly, but if you come down to Philly, I was like, yeah, I'm coming. So he got me down there and, met up with our mutual friends, and he got us some great seats on the floor. And they even, they were doing the band introductions at one point, and they were about to do Neil, and so our little area, it was just one row of us, but we started making so much noise for Neil. They actually, Roger Taylor of Queen actually stopped and looked over at us. He goes, oh, we have, Neil's people over there. We went backstage. We didn't meet anybody, but great seats, great show. It was just fantastic.
Sounds good. I don't know if I'd travel to Philly to
Oh,
see
totally worth it. Well, but then the next time, which was, I think, just before COVID, I knew Queen was touring. I knew Neil was out there with them, but I didn't know like when they were coming to New York or anywhere. I wasn't really paying attention to the dates, right? So I get this voicemail from Neil. Hello, Tony. Just let you know, if you just go to roll call next Tuesday at the show, there'll be some tickets there waiting for you. I was like, I didn't even ask him. I didn't know. Like, he just got me tickets. I didn't even ask. I was like, holy shit. Thankfully, I had no plans that night. So we went. We go to the window, roll call, and they give me two.
Will call.
What did I say?
Roll call.
Oh, you're right. It is
Will
roll call.
Go to the window and Will
Wilco. We went to Wilco. They gave me 2 bracelets. So I said to the lady, I go, which is which? She goes, well, that's for your seats, and that's the backstage pass. I go, backstage pass. She goes, oh, baby, honey, actually, she goes, honey, those are the bracelets you want. Just like that. I'm like, oh, okay. So we go to our seats. The drummer for U2 is 2 rows directly behind me. And that's when I said to myself, this is something special here. Their percussion player.
Wait, and where was this?
This was at the Garden.
Oh, this is at the Garden. Cool.
This was just before COVID. Right to my left, sitting right next to me were the percussion player's parents. Very nice people. They're from the South somewhere. They had the thick Southern accent. Talking to them all night long. They were great. So the show's over. And I'm standing up. I don't know where to go, what to do. I don't know if I'm supposed to be leaving. So the parents grabbed me. They're like, relax, they'll come for you. I go, they'll come for me. Sure enough, some woman comes over. She yells to the whole section, "Okay, everybody, those of you with the bracelets, you could follow me. We're going to be going this." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So there's probably like maybe 30 of us, and we're just following this lady, walking through all these corridors at Madison Square Garden, this legendary historic venue. I couldn't, there's pictures all over the place of various things from Madison Square Garden, and all these hallways and rooms. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? But I knew, like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, Most people don't get backstage at Madison Square Garden, so I'm just taking it all in. I'm walking. Sure enough, there's this big room with a bar. We go back there. Rami Malek, who played Freddie, and he's back there. The guy that played in that movie, the guy who played John Deacon, one of the original members of Queen, he was there. I don't know his name, but he was there. And it just, this guy I went to high school with, who was in now in the music industry, he was there. I was like, cool. Rob Gill. And I was like, holy shit. So I hung out with him.
That's exciting that at least you're so
Absolutely.
familiar and you could be more in with the in crew.
My buddy Neil eventually comes through. Hadn't seen him in a couple of years, hugging, talking to him. But then their keyboard player, Queen's keyboard player, he plays with them sometimes on the records, but he's been their touring keyboard player since when Freddie was still alive. This guy goes back to like the late 70s. So as a big Queen fan, I recognize him. Spike Edney is his name. So I was like, oh, pleasure to meet you. His wife comes up to me. She goes, you look familiar to me. I'm like, unless you're in New York, maybe you've seen me in a murder mystery. I don't know. So she's like, no, I'm from Kansas. I'm like, well, I don't know. I go, I do host a podcast. I said, I don't know if maybe you've seen it on YouTube. I said, I don't know how you would see it, but unless she saw it, maybe Neil said something. I don't know. But we never figured it out. But we hit it off. We were joking around stuff. So the keyboard player from Queen and his wife are now sitting with me at a table. I'm like, holy shit, this is like, this blew my mind. So sure enough, we're there for maybe 20 minutes. Boom, here comes Brian May. Now, I don't get, and I've talked about this story before, and I say it every time. I don't get starstruck. I enjoy meeting anybody. But I do enjoy meeting famous people, so I can say I really enjoy your work and have a nice conversation, and then probably, hey, I have a podcast. You want to come on my show? But this was one of the times I was starstruck. I mean, Brian May, Queen, this is, rock royalty. So yeah, he sees the keyboard player. He comes over. He sits with us. So I'm like, in my head the whole time, I'm like, holy shit, Brian May's sitting at a table with me. Brian May. And I'm not saying much at this point. They're having their own conversation. He stayed maybe 15 minutes. He gets up to leave. Shakes everybody's hand. I'm the last one. Shakes my hand. Looks me dead in the eye. Pleasure to meet you. I was like, you too. Off he goes. I was like, holy, this is the weirdest night of my life. But yeah, that's my whole story. But it was cool. It was really cool. So I'm hoping Neil's gonna. I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I had that once. But of course, I'll take it again if Neil, if you're out there, we'll take some Queen passes.
I went to Sal DeVito's wedding. That's Liberty DeVito's
brother. Was Liberty there?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Probably more.
I love you too. So many hot chicks on the last show. I definitely had a bono. Oh my goodness. Sal's a good drummer in his own right.
Oh yeah.
How do you know Sal?
Great drummer. Through this guy Stephen Murphy, Broken Arrow Band. I think Sal may have played with this band called the fuck is the name? It was like some chick. Anyway, my friend Stephen was in a band with Sal, and so he took me to the wedding.
What's going on over there?
What do you mean?
I don't know, I'm just watching you stroke that cup.
No, I was trying to remember that girl's name. Simone.
Sloan. Sloan, that's her name?
Sloan.
The girl
that was
Sloan?
like the name of the band. Sloan.
Oh, Sloan. They had one or two national hits.
Yeah.
I remember, early 90s.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Sal played with her.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no, the band I know didn't have a female singer.
All right, I don't know. I don't know how I knew Sal, but I knew him and his wife.
Nice.
Yep.
What's the matter? You all right?
Yeah,
You're getting all quiet on me. Did I bore you with my Queen story?
I'm thinking, no. I was just trying to think of times that I was starstruck, whatever. I went to a party once at Lincoln Center, and I think it was after like Speed the Plow, and I saw Madonna and Swoozie Kurtz.
Oh, wow.
I was a little starstruck.
Yeah, I'd be starstruck if I met Madonna.
Yeah, she
Not
was
Susie
like
Kurtz.
Little tiny little thing. Both
Madonna
of them
was?
were like teeny.
Really?
They were so little. I was like, oh my god.
A buddy of mine, I was just talking about it on the Green Room show on Saturday. You remember right here in the parking lot was Uncle Sam and Spit, those clubs?
Yeah.
I think it was Spit. Or was it Uncle Sam? One of them. I remember early 80s Madonna played in there, like, before she blew
I
up.
think she even played at Malibu. Down
Probably.
in like Rita.
Now
she's doing a tour.
Well, yeah,
I don't think I want to go. I would. I mean, I'm a fan, but I don't know if I might not like that concert. I might be like, oh.
I think Madonna was a genius in her day. She was definitely an innovator. Now, I mean, she's pushing 70 at this point.
Yeah, I don't want to see her flashing me.
Exactly, like Madonna. Madonna was talented enough, or is talented enough that these days, probably the past 10 or 15 years, she should have just kind of scaled it back and just stuck to singing some quality songs. Instead, she's still trying to push the envelope with, like you said, flashing the boobs and looking all sexy and trying to stay current and wearing tight clothes, and it's not working. You're old.
I mean,
people don't want to see this.
There's nothing wrong with trying to stay current.
Nah.
I just think she's
in her 60s, staying current. Nobody in their 20s wants to see this woman in Madonna.
She's relevant. She needs to stay relevant and not like just be. I don't know. I don't really think she's a genius.
I thought in her day she was.
Well,
she did some fantastic stuff. And tremendously
she's
talented.
Really headstrong. She's really like a pusher, go-getter.
Right.
Slut.
Madonna used to look hot. Now she just looks like she's having an allergic reaction to something. Yeah, that. What was it? She was on some award show a few weeks ago, and she looked. I don't know what that was.
I think she's just getting some kind of facial thing. Like. She looks a little bloated.
A buddy of mine saw U2 in Malibu back in 1981. It was their very first American appearance.
I wasn't there. What, 1981?
I believe that's what he told me. Probably, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, they blew up shortly after that. So last night, I know you've done some work with the Mets. Are you a baseball fan, or you just liked dancing for the Mets?
Yeah, I definitely do like the Mets. Like, if I have to say, I'm rooting for a certain team, I'll go with the Mets because I was a Mets mascot.
Right.
So I have to be pro-Met, right? Even though we're Bronx people.
Right.
My father's a big Yankee guy.
Okay.
But
all right, well, that's where I'm going with this.
I'm not really a baseball.
Oh, okay.
I like football. I like to watch football.
Well,
I like to bet on horses.
So, do you?
I lost my shirt yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have had you on the show yesterday. Do you really bet horses? Oh, I should get you on Hershey and the Keys.
I have this little app, and a friend of mine owns a horse. This guy that lives in Long Beach owns like 2 horses. So he'll go on Facebook and be like, Pretty Miss Keynes is running.
Really?
Or Sacred Heart, whatever his. And so I'm like, I went to like eat breakfast yesterday, so I'm like writing down all the names, and then I go on my app, and so I'm like the next like.
You wear a fedora and smoke a cigar too, and like look at you, you're like an old man going to the OTB.
I know. I'm like, you got a pen, guy? Writing down my picks.
Hershey and the Keys, Mark Hirschman, he's a big horse guy.
Yeah.
Should get you on that show.
I should get some. I sometimes I did some trifecta box. Like I always get confused about the order, and I want to make good. Like I'll make a $20 bet,
right?
Like just to get that long shot.
Fremder's head is spinning right now, right?
Why?
You said trifecta box. I'm not even looking at the computer screen because I know Fremder's coming through with probably 8 comments just on that topic, just on those words. I'm not even looking at the computer. I'm looking right at you, Jules. Bam.
He's not. You're wrong.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. But anyway, the reason I ask about baseball is because there's this new documentary on Reggie Jackson, which, so baseball fan or not, you're in your 50s like I am. I'm sure, like, you remember what a big deal Reggie Jackson was in New York back in the 70s and early 80s. Yeah, so yeah, I watched this documentary. It's brand new. I didn't like it.
Why?
I didn't like it.
Why, Tony?
I'll tell you, Jules. Reggie Jackson, well, I mean, he was big. He made the sports pages. He was always fighting with the manager, and he was all over the TV. And remember, they had the Reggie bars. And in fact, Mark Hirschman actually tracked down Hershey bars, and he gave one to me and Keegan on Hershey and the Keys a couple of weeks ago. It was kind of cool. It brought me back to my childhood to actually hold a Reggie bar in my hands. No?
Where'd he get it from?
He went somewhere.
You
Obviously.
didn't eat it, did you?
I did not. No, it wasn't like an old bar from the 50s. They're actually, to promote this new documentary, they're making them again for a limited time. But it's like the packaging, like it's all the exact same stuff. So it was kind of cool. Brought me back to my childhood. But, yeah, you know, I remember Reggie Jackson. He was always making headlines, and because he was so cocky and he was so full of himself, and he would have fights with teammates and his manager, and just always making the news. But I don't remember him being like you think about like black athletes who kind of like fought for African American rights and you know, for like, you think of Muhammad Ali, you think of, you know, Arthur Ashe, you think of various people. Reggie Jackson was not one of them. But
to fight for black rights?
Well, yeah, you know, racial inequality.
Who's the first,
Dr. J.
like, football player?
Jim Brown.
Was it Jim Brown?
Jim Brown was very active in that.
Statue of him and some.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
I don't know the history of sports or
All right.
black sports or.
But that's what this documentary. That was like the undercurrent. I shouldn't say undercurrent. It was like kind of like the main thing of this special, for almost the whole thing.
Saying that Reggie Jackson didn't do anything for
No,
society?
Reggie. How he would talk about how that's all he was doing. Oh. And I'm like, I don't remember this. Plus, you know, I got to admit, it's hard for me. Because he goes on about how, you know, he couldn't do this as a player because he was black. He wasn't allowed to do that. He couldn't do this. And even now he's complaining that he feels Major League Baseball is against him because he has tried several times to buy a Major League Baseball team. In fact, going back like 15 years ago or so, Bill Gates was actually going to be his partner in buying a Major League Baseball team. And somehow it didn't go through. So it's hard to feel bad or even identify with this, because like throughout this whole documentary you see he's got, you know, 8, you know, special rare cars, and he's got this big giant beautiful house, and there's even one scene where he's lining up all his World Series rings. I think it's 8 or something like that. Like, this guy is a multimillionaire. He's been, you know, he's one of the greatest baseball players ever to play on probably what is the biggest sports franchise, the New York Yankees. You know, that's everybody's dream, to be a Yankee. You know, not only just a baseball player, but a Yankee. You know, like, this guy's had a wonderful, tremendous life. And now we're going to sit there and kind of feel like, oh, yeah, poor Reggie. Like, and even now, like the last 20 minutes of the special, I just don't feel like I fulfilled my dream because they won't let me own a team. And I have stuff to offer, and I have things to say, and I have ideas. I don't fit in. Like, are you kidding? No, they probably won't let you buy a team because you were a cocky prick when you were a player. You know what I mean? You're not going anywhere with this because you don't. I don't follow sports.
He was an asshole. Look,
Yeah.
what did he actually do? And what, he doesn't have enough money to buy a team?
Yeah.
How does he not have enough money? Who's going to stop you from buying a team if you have enough money? Like, what a fucking bullshit, man.
Good point. Thanks, Jules. Yeah, absolutely. Dick.
Reggie Jackson.
Friend, I love gambling. The last time I won 3 prunes in a row, I was ready for the crap table. Oh, my goodness.
I get it.
All right, so I watched that. What else I do? Oh, I watched. You ever see this show? So you've been catching up on TV. Were we on the air when you said that?
I love TV. I watch everything.
Have you checked out this series called Kaleidoscope?
No,
It's pretty good.
Somebody was telling me about that.
It was pretty good. It stars what's his last name is Esposito. What the guy that played Gus on Breaking Bad? Giancarlo? No, I forget his first name. Esposito's his last name. Great actor. It's about these guys who are going to pull off this giant robbery, like a big heist, right? A big high-tech thing, so they're planning. And there's, I think, 9 or 10 episodes. But the trick behind it is that you can watch this series in any order, and it still makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, who did that? There was a film like that where it was like an Academy Award-winning film.
Well, The Godfather is kind of like that.
No, but this
Pulp
was
Fiction?
like really more. I can't remember it. Okay, so there was one I started watching. I forget the name of it. It's called like The Night Watcher or It's like this young FBI detective. Oh my God! You know what was on the other day?
No.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green was on? What's that?
And I'll tell you,
I don't know what that
Edgar G. Robinson. You don't know the movie Soylent Green with Charlton Heston. Edgar G. Robinson was like my dad in that movie. So it's about like forget how far ahead in the future it is, like 20. I think I now I need to know. But anyway, there's no food in New York City. People are just laying around in the streets. And Charlton Heston is a cop, and the really, really rich people own furniture. So furniture is a woman, that is like at your beck and call. Like the rich men own like these women, but everybody else is just like you're walking over like hungry bodies in the street, and then they have like plows that come and pick the people up. And
sounds like a fun movie. Can't wait to see that.
And then what they're basically doing is making food out of humans, and that's like every week you get a certain cracker. So on Tuesday is Soylent Green Day, and Soylent Green is people. Can't believe you never saw that movie. Anyway, Shape of Things.
So the cracker is made from a person?
Shape of Things to Come, folks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that. What's the word? Apocalyptical?
Apocalyptical.
Yeah. What else? Anyway, tell me more about Reggie Jackson. Is he married? Where does he live?
He's in California.
Okay.
He's not married.
Is he playing any kind of baseball at all? Is he doing any kind of broadcasting?
He is a special advisor to the Houston Astros.
Oh, okay. So he's got his foot in the game.
Yeah, he was working for the Yankees as a special advisor, and he was thrilled to be back with the Yankees. But he felt that they were using him like as a mascot. But he wanted to be more involved in the decision-making process of a team. So he claims that's what Houston is giving him. And no doubt he's. Well, you asked for more Reggie stuff. You asked what he's doing now.
You're adorable. You really are.
He's gonna beat me up. I heard Will Smith is coming out with a new Slave movie, which makes sense considering all the backlash that he's been getting from his last appearance. Didn't he just make a movie about a slave or something?
Did I tell you that I had a dream the other night? It was the best dream. It was like last week. And I don't usually remember my dreams.
Yeah.
I had a dream that Chris Rock loved me. Like he was in love with me. And I was in love with him. It was like we were in love with each other. Me and Chris Rock.
He is single, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's married. I woke up and I felt like fulfilled. I felt like, oh my God, like I'm in love, like walking on clouds. It was the weirdest dream.
Why Chris Rock?
I have no idea.
Do you find him sexy?
I mean, not sexy, but I definitely.
You would date him?
Yeah, he's funny and smart, and
he is definitely those things.
Yeah, I'm attracted to that. Funny and smart, and yeah. But it was just a good dream. It was a really good dream.
Did you get married to him in the dream?
I think we were like on the way. Like we were like.
Were you running through a field of flowers?
I can't really remember. Anyway, it was just.
Oh, all right. Well, that's what I got.
The Will Smith reminded me of. I'm like, that was such a good dream. I love that dream.
Yeah, that's a nice dream. At least it's a nice dream. It's all about love, so that is nice.
It's better than waking up like feeling that anxiousness, like when you have a bad dream. I don't like that. It messes you up all day up.
It does. It does. The worse than that is when somebody wakes you up like for a bad reason. Or like you're woken up because like there's something going on.
Ugh,
I
get
hate
woken up every weekend, like people.
By who?
Well, I live next to the saloon.
Yes.
So I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, but it's always at like 3:00 in the morning. Like I'll look at the clock and like all of a sudden I'll hear like "fuck you, Frankie," and then a bottle breaking, and I'll be like, "Motherfucker." And then I'll be like, all right, it's 3:30 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning. I mean, sometimes it really goes late on the weekends in Long Beach. And now the season's kicking in.
Right. Oh, yeah.
My bedroom is like right there on the street, and the saloon is right there.
I'm going to get back to that in a second. I probably 20, 25 years ago, I was in bed sleeping. It was 4:00 in the morning and the phone rang. So automatically you're already screwed up because you're thinking when the phone rings at that time, somebody's dead. Mm-hmm. Pick up the phone, and I'm getting screamed at on the other end.
Horrible.
You son of a bitch! How fucking dare you? I'm like, well, what? And I'm still trying to wake up. I'm like, what? How dare you pretend to not know what we're talking about? You son of who is this? What's going on? You know who this
Mom?
is? It was. No, I knew it wasn't my mother, but yeah, I couldn't place the voice, and this woman just kept yelling, and this went on. What felt like 10 minutes. It could have been one for all I know, but because I was still like screaming at me. And I remember I just kept
Why
saying.
didn't you just hang up?
Well, because you're like so discombobulated. You don't know what's going on. I remember I kept saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what I did. Like, again, I just woke up, so I really think what did I do? Like, it didn't even dawn on me. Finally, as I'm like waking up, I finally said, look, I don't know who this is. Is this possible you dialed the wrong number? There's a slight pause, and all of a sudden she goes, "Oh shit, I'm so sorry." Boom, she's gone. And this is how long ago it was.
New York girl?
No, she would have been right next to me. No, that's how long ago it was. There wasn't even caller ID yet, so it might have been 30 years ago. I don't know. All right, but going back to Long Beach, and yeah, it's the season, and people are going to start going crazy soon.
Yeah, the other night, like in the middle of the night, all of a sudden I just hear this loud guy say, "I want a burger." Like that's what woke me up, and then I was jolted. I peek out, and it's just like some big fat dude walking past my apartment.
Oh, it was Bluto.
At like 4 in the morning. I just want a burger.
It's Bluto. Oh no, not Bluto. Wimpy.
Wimpy.
I'll pay you. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. So, do you know Will Romero? Comedian.
Yeah.
He's a Long Beach guy.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He lives in Baldwin.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't live in Long Beach.
He told me
he did a show at the Shore House. I mean, he used to come to the cafe. I met him. I don't even know where I met that kid.
That lying prick.
He's a jerk. He's not my friend.
Oh,
No,
well, because he was bashing Long Beach. He was in here the other day. He was in here on Saturday.
no,
he was
he's
doing
not
the
from
show.
Long Beach at all.
The lying
he
prick
just
bastard.
He comes into Long Beach. Well, I mean, I know this kid maybe a second, right?
Yeah.
And he, I think we went to like an open mic in Wantaw. Like I went and drove, like literally like, not into it, whatever. It was, there was no love connection. There wasn't going to me. I never was attracted to him at all in that way. But I figured, I want to make friends and we could be friends. He seemed like he's a fucking know-nothing nudnik. This is what he did to me.
Okay.
So he's like, always saying, "Oh, do you want to go hit up an open mic?" And I'd always be like, nah, because I don't want to lead him. Whatever. Obviously.
You think there's more behind that?
Obviously, he would definitely have pursued it, but I put the kibosh on it immediately. I let him know.
You said, "Listen, Nick.
I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just all about friendship." I told him my life story, which is the problem, because to me, loyalty is everything. And if I'm not gonna have a love connection with you, but I think, all right, we're gonna be cool friends, and I'll talk to you about my life, and we'll get to know each other, and we'll be cool friends.
Like us.
So yeah, forget about it. We don't. Our friendship doesn't hold a candle to. I literally knew this guy for 1 second. So he's always called. He's like, "You want to go get lunch one day?" So one day, I said, I had double, I said, sure. But I had bought tickets to like a church, like at end of summer dance at the saloon, which is right next to my house. So, the saloon is here, my house is here. So now this guy is like, oh, let's go to this fucking Mexican restaurant. I'm like, shit. So I'm like, all right, come on over. And I never let people in my house either. Like, I don't, like, unless I'm having a party or I invite you, like, I don't, like, I barely know this guy, right? But the freaking party is here. I spent like $100 for this ticket, and I have the 50-50, whatever, raffles, open bar, eating. So now Will comes.
We're still in the air, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just making sure.
Oh,
just making
shit,
sure.
am I going on too long?
No.
Long story short.
You're not going too long.
I say, hang out in my apartment. Mm-hmm. I bought him out like a cheeseburger. I said, I just want to wait until the raffle. Meanwhile, I'm talking to the priest and everything. I'm having like a great day. So
he's just sitting there with a burger?
Yeah, but then finally I'm like, all right, this guy's waiting for me for too long. He's being very patient. But I was like accommodating. And he's sitting in long. Like, what's the big deal? So, and I fed him. So, so now I had to go. Oh, so I guess I had walked out of the saloon and I dropped a glass of wine.
Oh, boy.
And it broke. Big deal. You know what I mean? It happens.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, let's go down to the, he wants to get this Cuban food. So I'm a little buzzed. We sit there and I really, it irked me because he's the one that came to pick me up, like to come and take me to lunch or whatever.
Right.
And so we sit there, we eat. I'm not even hungry. I had a whole day planned. I was going to a gallery that day at the hotel. Anyway, I guess the check comes, and he says something like separate checks or something. But I had money in my pocket. And so he says separate checks. And I'm like, I'm pissed off. And I'm like, I said, and all I had was like an empanada. So I just thought that was like lame and cheap, and I was just like, you're a fucking loser.
Why did you say yes when you had a whole day planned already?
Because I felt bad and guilty that he was waiting for me for so long, and I forgot. After I told him yes, and he drove from Baldwin, which is not that far.
Oh, Baldwin's like, it's like 2 towns over.
So, all right, anyway, long story short.
Lots of people get shot in Baldwin, says Friendler.
Dirtbag piece of shit.
Whoa!
Right?
That's why I asked you if you knew we were still in the air.
I don't give a crap.
Okay.
Gets on his podcast or whatever, where he smokes his cigarette with his nasty breath and starts talking about my life.
No kidding.
Exposing, well, she told me, certain things about her, and, but this girl, she's a real fucking alcoholic. He's calling me an alcoholic.
Wow.
He's saying, and then she didn't want to pay, and I'm thinking, like, you mother.
My apologies. I had no idea.
I was like, how dare you? I know this guy he knows nothing about me, right? Except for what I told him, which was personal shit. And this is what I'm saying about loyalty. Right. And then for him to start saying, whatever, trash talking me on social media.
Wow.
No.
How long ago was this?
I don't even remember. Last summer. Something.
Wow. I had no idea.
I saw him because he did some show in Long Beach. He's with some girl. He actually brought this girl to my open mic at the cafe another time. And she was loud, drunk, heckling. So obviously he's got a type, right? And I'm not an alcoholic, whatever. The girl doth, but I'm not. I haven't had a drink in whatever.
Right.
I'm not, and I can't wait to have a drink. I'm not an alcoholic. So for this little piece of shit to get up on his social media.
Well, you would have been happy on Saturday. Dana McAllister was giving him a hard time.
No,
she was putting him in his place.
I literally know this guy for 1 second. So for him to do that, I just thought it was so lame. I thought it was so fucking lame.
Wow.
And there's no ending to that one. There's no follow up to that one, Wade. There's no follow up to that.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck him.
That was a pretty good impression of him.
I apologize. I didn't mean to rant. I'm going to confession today anyway.
You are going to confession. You've been telling me that since I asked you to come in here today. You've been talking about going to confession today. Good for you.
Yeah, I don't want to have harsh feelings with people. I don't want to have enemies. I don't want, but I don't, but you don't
have to hang out with them either. Right.
Right. And I don't put their name in, I haven't gone around, I did, send a few emails and say this guy's a cunt to certain people, but
My goodness.
yeah, because I was pissed.
I'd
I was like,
be
I'm gonna
pissed.
go to
I'd
his
be
mother's
pissed too.
house. I'm gonna fucking tell her.
I've been
Yeah, I was pissed.
I've had my moments with people that have called me out on social media, and I'm not
but
I'm not proud of it.
Whatever. If I
Yeah.
saw the guy, I just ignore him.
Yeah, that's how I try to do it now. I just try to
and
ignore it.
I'm not going to trash. I don't even want to be. I don't want to stoop to his level. And I guess I did. So too late. Too late. Sorry. There's no follow up to that.
All right, well, you're forgiven.
All right. Thank you.
All right, with that, it's it's time to go. Thank you, Jules. Now,
you,
so
Tony.
what's the next? When's the next open
mic is the
420, was it?
420.
420. You guys are going to be in
Earth
trouble.
Day, 422. If you want to come to Long Beach in the Plaza.
Yeah, that sounds like
It's gonna
fun.
be a
I'm sorry I
really
can't go to
nice-
that. I would
really
love to
nice
go to that.
day, and we'll be singing and.
But in all seriousness, yeah, try to get some of those guys in here with you.
I absolutely. They're going to be delighted. I can't.
I'd
I
be
can't
delighted
wait
to
tell
have them.
I'm so
yeah.
excited that you know.
Let's
everybody.
shoot for the 24th. I don't know them well, but I do know them. But yeah, let's shoot for April 24th.
Okay.
All right. Tomorrow we have Hugh Murray is scheduled to be here.
I love Hugh Murray.
Oh, so do I.
You did a show with him, and I watched it, and it was such a.
He's
nice,
great.
He's like such a humble dude.
The
He's
more
like
I
a
get to know him,
badass,
the
but
more
he's
I'm
a
liking him.
humble dude.
Yep, he is. Yeah, there
I
is
like him.
there is an edge.
He's got an edge to him, but
Yep.
he's like chill.
Yeah, the more he comes, because I barely knew. I think I met him once before he came on the show in here. But yeah, the more he comes in, the more I like the guy. I don't know if Fat Jay is coming because he said February and March he couldn't come in, but March is over, so I don't know if he's coming back or not. Travis Grant will be here tomorrow. Travis,
that's cool.
he's been on the local scene for a while. I have never met him, so I'm looking forward to meeting him tomorrow. Let's see who else. Brandon Lacaruba will be here again on Thursday. I think he's slowly becoming my Thursday guy, which is cool. Rob White will be here with us as well. Rob White's a funny guy.
I did the show on my birthday in the city.
Oh,
He
right.
was, like,
Yes,
the
I remember that. He's great, and he's a great tattoo artist. He just did.
No way.
Oh yeah, he owns a tattoo shop.
Really? And he's great.
He's great.
Really, I need a
He
tattoo.
I was just showing pictures last week. He did Don Sill. Don Sill just got a tattoo on his arm of
That's
his
what I want, Mom.
late brother, and Rob White did a fantastic job. Yeah, he's great, Rob. He does
Yeah,
great
I like
work.
it here because you can't really see it unless you want somebody to see it.
Right.
I gotta go to work.
On April 17th, Tony Sharano and Steve Beeries and that crazy crew, they will be here. They've been here before. They've been here a few times. Are you really leaving?
It's
Oh, you are going to
12:30.
work. Okay.
I got a cruise, man. It takes a while.
It does.
Bye, Tony.
Thank you, baby.
Mwah. Bye, everybody.
All right, we'll see you. So real quick, Tony and Steve Beeries, that whole crew, they're coming in the 17th. On April 21st, Linda Marcus Smith and Helene Witt will be here. So we got all sorts of... What are that? You never know what's going to happen on this show. We're singing John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. So lots of stuff going on here. And don't forget, we got Steve Squared tonight at 6:30 on the YouTube channel. I believe Flip Tracks Radio is on tonight at 8 o'clock on the YouTube channel. As far as I know, they're coming in. And then, of course, we'll be back here tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. You got Hershey and the Keegs tomorrow night. Circling the Drain and Why You Like This on Wednesday. All sorts of great stuff going on here. So keep it tuned in to Gov's Comedy Club podcast on Twitch and on YouTube. And everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday. And I believe that was everything. Don't forget, as I've been telling you every day, drinks, jokes, and storytelling coming soon to Gov's Comedy Club podcast. See you guys later.
Rob Bartlett, ladies and gentlemen.
Rob Bartlett! Rich Voss is here. Rich Voss.
Mark DeMeo right here. How about it, Mark DeMeo?
Jim Grumpier.
Carrie Carabas.
Chris Roach, everybody.
Chris Roach. What up to Lisa Lampanelli? How about it?
Lisa.
Hey! Richie! Better baby!
Don Jameson.
Oh, yeah. The only Vanessa Hollingshead. How about it? Woo!
Rick Overton.
Yes, Rick Overton.
Hey.
Mr. Joey Cola. How about that?
Joey Cola is. Oh boy. He already forgot. He already forgot us on. That's how old he is. He was. Hey, Joey!
Joey! Joey!
Well, I hear them, but I don't see them.
Joey!
Joey! We're inside the china cabinet.
Well, look to your left, to your right, or wherever. I don't know. It's back.
Hey, we're on your computer.
Hey!
Oh, there you are!